Hello, this is Royal Height, the music ambassador of the Royal Height of Music podcast. Our goal is taking our music to the world. Get the word out now. Let everybody know who you are, where you are, and what you do. Sponsors, advertisers, and affiliates, you're welcome to join us. Join us here at the Royal Height of Music podcast. Contact us at Venrorecords@gmail.com or call us at 1-888-666-3645. That's 1-888-666-3645. Good morning. My name is Royal Height. This is the Royal Height of Music podcast. And this is where we take our music to the world. And today's special guest is none other than the Text for Help specialist himself, Mr. Sam Williams II. And he has an organization that he's started a couple years ago called Text for Help. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Good morning, Sam, and please say hello to the audience this morning. Let me know how you're doing.
Hello, everybody. How's you doing? I'm doing good. Just actually saying hi to you.
All right. Well, I'll start off and make it real interesting, real quick. Put you on the burner, on the hot seat right away. And all right. The question I'd like to ask, just in order to help us give some perspective, Sam, would you be kind enough just to share with the audience a little bit about Sam, where you come from, maybe where you went to school at, where you grew up at, a little history, so we can kind of date you and see what you're doing, where you are now.
You don't need to date me. Wow. Well, I'm Sam Williams. I'm from Indiana, and how would you say, maybe Chicago, Midwest, Gary, Indiana, right? That's where I was from, and moved into South Bend, Indianapolis. So I'm a Hoosier by nature. I spent 33 years of my life in Indiana and didn't move around at all. I got to see some things, but the majority of my life was Indiana. And then from there, I moved to the DMV area, and I've been here ever since the age 33.
Okay.
I call that my exodus.
Okay. Now, while you were in Indiana, did you go through college also in Indiana? Or?
Yes, Ball State University.
Okay. And what was your degree? What's your degree in, Sam?
Actually, I didn't finish because at the time I was a little unfocused, but I was majoring in music. Okay. And my secondary minor was psychology.
All right. And since you have been here in the DC area, my first pleasure of meeting you was at a tournament, a basketball tournament in Baltimore.
Yep.
And it was outstanding. You were there. Well, just you tell us about how we met. Your best recollection.
Man, at that time I was assisting PK Martin with promotions for the AAU, and it was just a good time. I had a chance to meet you there. It was one of the moments in my life where I was involved in martial arts advocacy. I was bringing out the awareness for martial arts in the AAU right before the Capital Classics actually launched. Right from that, so PK had actually asked me to participate in helping him formulate a MMA tournament, a point tournament that children can participate without being hurt. And that transitioned into the mentorship of Bam Morris and Dennis Brown, and then into the Capital Classic. So it was really a great thing to participate in the beginning, and then to kind of see what it progressed into. And now every year there at the National Harbor, they have the tournament. And actually, I think I might participate this year. I've kind of been just watching from the stadium. So now I think I might get involved. And yeah, PK Martin is how we met. And rest in peace. He's an awesome awesome guy, and just a little difficult because it's kind of fresh. You know, he just recently passed, and you know, life's good right now because we have mentors like you and him that open doors for me here in this area, and we're just pushing through. We're pushing through on it, and I'm proud to just come back full circle and have an interview with you. I'm like, wow, Unc is interviewing me today. This is crazy, you know, but I'm just privileged to be able to call you Uncle Royal. So I'm just a servant of the community. I have a number of organizations that I'm involved in, but I try not to toot my horn because it becomes overwhelming. And, you know, I just boast in God. You know, I've got a lot of things that I do, but I just kind of let people figure that out along the way, you know, instead of just telling them, hey, I do this, I do that, and, you know, then bombard them with everything, you know.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, one of the things that I think is quite interesting is your Text for Help organization, what you're doing with that. Just briefly, if you would, because a lot of the people that watch me and are on possibly may have not only an interest in what you do with that, but also even possibly a need. So if you would, could you kind of, would you share a little bit about that, the Text for Help?
Sure. Text for Help, we started out doing a prevention line, and then that became overwhelming. At one point, I was even on the line taking suicide prevention calls within the first few years, from about 2015 to like 2018, 19. But then we began to understand the need was to help people communicate. We had to start right there because, yes, we need to get help to people, especially the young people. That's really where our focus is to make sure the young people get help and get the resources that they need. And so we had to morph what we were doing in communications a number of times, whether it was working directly with an organization that helped them get their communications and their security network down or what have you, just to start before they even reach out to their constituent, or then help them formulate a plan to keep the communication with those constituents and reaching out to customers and selling those products. And so the things what we did was just unparalleled. We morphed. Whenever we met someone, we focused on what they needed. So we helped them. We helped that person, and we helped that organization. Sometimes it was a personal need. Of course, we can meet that need one-on-one. But we decided to keep the technology behind the movement. And so now, instead of trying to corral all of the resources into us and start something brand new, what we do is we find organizations that's already working in their communities and provide them the technology resources that they need to have their own Text for Help lines. And we want literally everyone around the country to have those lines. And of course, we can't do it all. Like I said, it became so overwhelming at that time that our lines were ringing off the phone. So we had to transform into the support behind Text for Help, the communication, how would you say, method. So it's a methodology, it's a plan now that we share with the world, we share with everyone. Recently here in Southern Maryland, we partnered with another nonprofit and was able to obtain funding from Rural Maryland Council, the amounts of $40,000 directly for the school system, for them to have their own Text for Help prevention line and helpline for children. So we're now duplicating that. We're going across the country. We're going person to person, place to place, organization to organization, to help them obtain funding for their own Text for Help programs. And that's just where we start. So whatever the need is, we kind of morph into that. We have teams across the country. We have teams locally in a lot of the major cities. We normally have at least one person in each state. You know, I don't think I have Hawaii right now, but you know, the major states of the United States right now, we've got somebody, at least one person in every state right now to raise their hand and say they'll volunteer if there was a need. And we want to expand that because we're just serving one person at a time right now. And we're getting calls all across the country to expand and say, hey, this should be something that should be bigger. This should be a bigger resource. And I agree. And I can't say that when I got that call or I got that notice and I woke up the next day and realized, yeah, this person said I needed your help. And without you, I probably wouldn't have made it through the night. There was no quitting. You know, and at that point, we didn't need funding. That's where I got paid. I got paid with that one person, that one life that said, Sam, thanks for helping me. And then it became an organizational thing where now it's a team. It's not just Sam. I have a team of people, including yourself, Uncle. If I needed you, you were there. Like, not to put you on the spot, but there was a moment even today, you know, you called me and I said, I need you to be there. And at that moment, we just needed to speak to a young person and put a young person in perspectives to see that they were doing great and to help them see that everything was going well and they were doing great already. And there was no need to worry. You put a good word. So you planted a seed in a young person's life, and that'll translate into success, into empowerment, into feeling like, oh, I can do it. I don't need to give up. And so, yeah, we have a lot going on. And of course, I'm a communicator. I mean, I can talk about a lot of stuff. I don't really want to monopolize this, but I can definitely say God has moved in this. That's the power behind what we do. And I'm just glad to be a part of the community that accepts what we do and allows us to help and participate.
All right, excellent. Now, my personal adventures with you, I can't go without letting everybody know that you have been an integral part in even some of the things that I've been involved with. Everybody knows me as a musician. I write, I sing, and I am a community activist in many ways. And I've had the pleasure of engaging you to not only support, but actually come alongside me to do some of the necessary tasks to make possible even some of the things that people are witness to now on my website as well. You were an integral part when I put my what they call the electronic press kit together. I was able to get you to conduct. We were role reversed at that time. You actually interviewed me at your mom's house. It was a beautiful interview. In fact, I encourage everybody, if you haven't seen it, it's available on my website at Venrorecords.com. But you conducted that. That was a beautiful thing. And I remember a hot day in, I want to say, July, August of last year. We spent downtown. It was after the incident with George Floyd.
Yeah.
Throughout the city. We made a trek throughout the Washington, D.C. City.
A mini tour.
One day. And captured a lot of video footage as well as photographs that were used in my video for the Black Lives Matter World Theme Song Anthem. And anybody, if you were to look on the CD cover or the video cover, you'll see Sam got a credit for all of his participation because he actually provided us a lot of the raw footage that we were able to use in different places. Now, I'm just excited about that. But tell me now, I know you also love music. Tell me, what do you think about the? Because I'm kind of a political activist, like I said, and you know the kind of music I write. Tell me, what do you think about the types of things that we're doing at Venrorecords?
I think it lines right up with where my origins come from. You know, originally as a 5-year-old, I was a part of the Do It For The Kids Foundation that was founded by Milton Bullock, the Golden Platter from the Platters. And, you know, the great songs, Only You and The Great Pretender. And the co-founder of that organization was Muhammad Ali. And, you know, so I think that kind of just explains itself right there. Like, what do I think about it? Like, seriously, Uncle Milton, and now I have Uncle Royal, Ali being the co-founder of Do It For The Kids. And of course, I'm the legacy director behind the organization now. I don't have the logo here displayed because it's actually a priceless platform. It's not something that I put out in the forefront. I actually like to see the heart of people first and see what they're doing before I do it for the kids. But ultimately, you're doing it for the kids. So what do I think about what you're doing? I love it. It lines right up with where my origins and my upbringing come from. That's why you see so many wonderful things that we're doing now, because of the mentors that we had in the past and the mentors that we currently have now, even in you. I like to just mimic greatness. I learned that success was okay to duplicate others. It's okay to do what's right. And if you see someone doing something right, it's okay to do that. I mean, there's nothing new under the sun. And when I realized I couldn't really invent anything new or create anything new or just kind of put my own spin on it, I had to embrace that. And so I watch you. I pull from your coattails to see things that I could actually incorporate in my life. And of course, it's the honor and the integrity that you carry in your life. And as you give us that example, I like to show that to young people. That's why I introduce you to people and I get to point it out and say, look, this is Uncle Royal. Look what he's doing. And that's my uncle. I get to do that. And that literally is empowering. And that's what the youth need. I might be a little older in this place, but I'm the bridge and the gap in between for the youth and the elders. And so I love what you're doing. It makes it easy for me to speak to others when I can affirm. A lot of times you want to say, don't get it from me, get it from the Bible. You point out the scripture. So you're like that scripture I can point to. Like if I'm saying something, and I'm like, well, don't get it from me. Uncle Royal said this. You can point out some things that I didn't say it. One of the elders said it. So yes, you're a great example for us. I love what you're doing.
Well, Sam, I'll tell you what, I'm like I said, absolutely honored and really looking forward. One of the dreams that I have is actually being able to incorporate and network. One of the things that I admire about you is your ability to network, and you've shown that. Like I said, you do everything from Motivational Arts. I see you sign in the back, and a lot of people don't know that you are a martial artist, an instructor as well. You didn't mention that, but I too come from a background of martial arts when I lived in California for many years, and for me it was a very stabilizing thing because I took it very serious. I learned a lot, and I learned a lot about myself. That was the biggest subject I learned about, to not only learn to appreciate and respect myself, but in doing that, I took on a deeper appreciation of other people. And I think it's expressed in not only my music, but hopefully in my lifestyle.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, one of the things that I am interested in doing is networking. Letting people know that I'm in touch with people who are doing things, and there are times we can work together. There are times that I have to point people to as a resource because it's something that I don't do, and I'm just honored to have you in my immediate small circle of contacts and people that I'm able to reach out to when I'm in need, as well as being there for you when you call me and say, hey, Unc, I need whatever.
Yes,
so
sir.
That's been a pleasure. Now let me ask, people will want to be in touch with you. So if you would you be kind enough to share your contact information, maybe your website or email or whatever you feel is appropriate, how you like people to contact you? Could you do that?
Well, what I'm doing right now, you can just reach out to me at info@textforhelp.org. My email. A lot of my phone numbers are public, so you can Google me and find my number very easily. You can go to my website at samwilliams2nd.com. You'll be able to find a lot of the information regarding the organizations and how to connect with them. They have their own websites with their names. I would suggest if you need anything for technology, reach out to me, because these are just my community gifts, the things you see here. But as you know, we all have to take care of ourselves. So on a 9 to 5, I'm an IT consultant, and I represent All World Communications. And so there's going to be some opportunity there for me to assist you, even throughout the day at your business. I'll probably walk into your door, into your office, and say hi to you. And I may not be talking about any of these organizations here, but I'll be assisting you with your communications products. I'm a VIA communication specialist, and we work with all of the products, whether it's Cisco, Polycom, Venrorecords. We do a lot of access points, door access, low voltage, is literally security, cyber security as well. So whatever you need, whether it's a website or a communications plan or a full IT solution, give me a call. That's going to help me take care of what I'm doing in the community. My job at All World Communications is giving me a wonderful, wonderful benefit. Actually, they're the sponsors of Text for Help and provide me the resources that I need to operate. And so we have some pretty decent sponsors, like I mentioned, Rural Maryland Council as well. And so there's some great things behind us that keep us going. And that's what my focus is from 9 to 5. And then I have my team to actually support us. And we're looking to expand. That way I can actually focus on more of the community advancement. And so give me a call if you need anything. Reach out to Uncle Royal. My team is here to help, whether it's a personal issue or you have a business issue. Text for Help is going to direct you. Like I said, if you got a business issue, we're going to call All World Communications. We're going to get you taken care of. If it's a personal issue, now you know, every issue is unique. And so I can't actually attest and say that I have the answer right now. But once we talk to you and we figure out where you're at, we'll meet you where you are and walk through that process with you. I've been there before. I'm not just the founder of Text for Help, I'm the first client.
Yes, sir. Well, Sam, again, I'm more than honored that you took your time out today to be with me.
Yes, sir.
I'm just serving you notice right now. I will be in touch with you again because possibly we could put our heads together and see if we can co-op to do some things together through whatever organization or means necessary to make some things happen in the community.
Yes, sir.
But along with that, like I said, again, I just wanted to absolutely thank you for all that you do. I'm very proud of you. You know, it's a good thing when you can think of a person who may not share the same direct bloodline other than the blood of Christ. And a good thing, because I really have much respect for you. I've seen over the years not only how you can be quite busy, but I've watched your growth, and I admire and see the progress and development that you're making. And I would point to you as a prime example of what you can do when you put your mind to it. And I'm like I said, I'm proud of you when I can say, hey, that's my nephew over there. And I feel good about it because I know I got somebody that's integrous and doing things and constantly thinking about what else he can do. And in a way, I kind of see you as a future me maybe one day. I see the same kind of interest that I had when I was younger, because I was concerned. I wanted to be and do something significant, and it wasn't about just to have the focus on me, but my concern was making a difference.
Yes, sir.
All right, to make a difference and walk away and nobody even knows it's you. And I know you've done that before also. So I thank you, and I thank you again. Looking forward to having you again right here back on the Royal Height of Music podcast.
Yes, sir.
Our byline is we're taking our music to the world, but we know that the music we have is a music of life. It's one that empowers people to feel good about themselves and ultimately being motivated to be that positive change. Everybody's crying for change, but I point to everybody: take a mirror out and become the change.
Yes, sir.
Develop yourself and things like that. So again, I'm thanking you, and you just have no idea how proud I am to see you doing all that you do, and I will be
thank you so much
right there for you to do what I can with you. And just reminding everybody out in the audience that if you can, reach out, support Sam and all his ventures and things that he's doing. If you have questions, give him a call. Again, he left a number for us. But also, even with the Royal Height of Music podcast, we do invite you to join us if you're interested in becoming an affiliate, if you'd like to be a sponsor, or if you're interested in even advertising what you do. If you want to let other people know and just ride along with us on our trip as we're going along, you're welcome to do it. You can join us at Venrorecords.com. I'll repeat that. That's Venrorecords, VENRO Records with an S.com for our website. Or if you like, you can reach out with a phone call. You can call me personally at area code 240-606-9742. And again, that's 240-606-9742. And we're here for you. I look forward to continuing to bring more quality interviews like this, like I've had with Sam this morning, because what we're doing, it makes a difference. And again, this is Royal Height getting ready to sign off. Sam, is anything that you'd like to just share as a closing remark with the public?
Sure. On our next communication, I'll tell you more about the American Disabilities Association.
Excellent.
It's our nonprofit organization that we have launched to make a difference and to currently be the fiscal sponsor of our community projects. So we're not heavily fundraising, so I'm not putting that out today. But what I will tell you is that we're coming. We're coming to help you. We're your voice. Don't worry. There's people out there that really care about you, okay? That's my message to the community, that we love you. There's people out there that love you. Do not give up. Whatever you're going through, it's only temporary. That's my message.
All right. Okay. And with that in mind, we're going to close out. And this is Royal Height again. This is the Royal Height of Music podcast. And we will continue to take our message and our music to the world. Thanks a lot, Sam.
Have a good
day. Great job, man. Great job.